Hey Encounter Church, Aaron here, really excited for today's installment of our 21 Days of Wisdom. We're gonna jump right in by reading to you Proverbs 16:9. I'm gonna read two different versions, the first one being the ESV version, and it says, "The heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." And I like it also in the Passion Translation, kind of gives it a little more structure to that set of scripture. And it says, "Within your heart, you can make plans for your future, but the Lord chooses the steps you take to get there." And I was chewing on that and just kind of thinking about the process of planning, right? And sometimes some people, they have a hard time planning, they don't want to plan. And sometimes when you read that verse, it's kind of like, why bother planning? But I think it's very important to plan. It's good to have hopes and dreams that God has put on your heart and to try and figure out how to get there. And what are some steps that you can take to reach a particular goal with your family or yourself, your career, your walk with God, whatever it may be. But I think the bigger question is not whether or not we should make plans, but what happens when our plans don't line up and really look like the plans that God has put and kind of structured for us. What you have in mind may not be what God has in store. So what happens when what God has in store looks differently than the picture that we painted up here in our mind? And do we throw a fit? Do we maybe say, no, I'm not gonna go that way, or I'm not happy with the life that you have painted for me, God? Or are we flexible? Are we tender? Are we responsive to the different directions, the different steps that God has for our future and for the path that He ultimately has for us? And what has always helped me, even when I look at my life and moments don't really seem the way I had hoped, or maybe seem the way that I had imagined them to be, I always come back to remembering that God always has good plans for me. The plans that He has are better than whatever my plans could have looked like. And so I constantly remind myself of that as I walk this life and as I look to the future and plan for my future, knowing that, God, if you want to change things up, I'm okay with it, because whatever you have in store is better than what I may have thought up in my mind. So I hope that just encourages you, particularly in this new year, as you're planning out things, trying to decide what to do and what 2021 is going to look like and beyond. It's okay to make plans, but be flexible, be tender, be malleable to what the future God has for you may look like. So I hope this was encouraging to you. We invite you to subscribe on YouTube and like us on Facebook to stay up to date on all of our 21 Days of Wisdom. And we invite you to check us out on the website, ecdenver.org as well. Until next time, we love you. See you soon.